Once again, this is Johnnie J on KGNU, and tonight I am with two artists, and one is Moses Jones, and the other gentleman is Taz. So I wanted to find out a little bit about Taz because he is going to be featured on some of the songs on the upcoming release of Legend. So Taz, tell me about your involvement with this upcoming project, and are you a regular part of Moses Jones ensemble?
I am a part of the Moses Jones ensemble. Moses and I met a while back ago, and then we lost touch, and he eventually found me again. So he was working on a CD when he found me again, but also he wanted me to be part of his Mr. J and Smooth Expressions and his Mash Masters group. So we got together. He had music for a CD, and he let me hear some of the music. And there were a couple of beats. Well, I liked all the beats, but there were a couple of beats that I knew that I could write something really nice to.
Mm-hmm. And so you did the vocals for it?
Yes, I did the vocals for Funky Cruise, and also a military song that we put together.
Okay. Now Moses, now with you, I want to go a little bit further back. I understand that you play several different instruments.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us a little bit more about the musical instruments that you play.
Well, I mean, I first started off playing keyboards in elementary school. You know, still play keyboards to today. You know, I've gotten a lot better. But I'm professionally playing tuba, saxophone, drums, keyboards, and doing a lot of percussion stuff on my CD. On my CD, I've actually wrote all the arrangements. I wrote all the music. I've had vocalists and different instrumentalists come out and, you know, put their flair to it, and it's just been a real cool thing. You know, I can pretty much play anything I put my mind to it.
Now, who helped you along with this development of playing these instruments, or was it just something that you just caught onto by ear and with a little bit of like training of notation and
I went through school, you know, elementary, middle school, high school, of course, going through music, learning how to read music, learning how to be in ensembles, orchestras, and jazz ensembles. After high school, then I took it out to go to drum corps. I played tuba professionally in drum corps, and I started my band playing saxophone, my Moses Jones band. Played saxophone, and eventually went out to playing keyboards, drums, and anything you could think of. You'll see me on every instrument.
Okay. Now, Taz, what about your history? Because you came in and you added some lyrics to these songs. What is your background?
My background is basically gospel. I didn't even realize that I could write music until I was, about 22 or so. And then when I started writing music, I was working with different groups. I actually started a production label while I was in the military, and I was writing for like 4 different groups, 2 girl groups and a guy group. Well, actually 2 guy groups, and then I started writing solo stuff for myself. But I just have a passion for writing music. I mean, it's basically talking about life experiences and getting actually just making people feel good. I just love music.
Okay. Now, Moses, how does the music come to you? I mean, is it in a dream? Is it?
Well, my dad, he was a musician. He played drums, bass, guitar, and sang. You know, he did a lot of blues when I was a kid. He performed solo. So I remember being 3 years old, being on stage, you know, trying to dance around the stage, you know, because my dad, his get-up was he was a King Black Joker. So he'd come out there dressed in the face paint, the hats from the Jokers, the shoes, the outfit, and everything, looking all crazy. But he put on a show, and people really liked what he did. So I started really going more towards music at that point. I also, went into basketball, but music became my dream.
Now, you started moving forward in your musical career. Was there people that were trying to hold you back at some point, saying that, oh, you should, become an electrician, you should be this other thing other than what you were?
I mean, where I grew up, there's never a lot of support where I grew up at. So, everybody, if they couldn't do it, they didn't want no one else to do it. So once I left California and came out to Denver, I had a little bit more of a opening where people actually wanted to see what was going on and make things happen and try to push what's going on.
Okay. And then part of that is what was the thing that led you out to Denver? You had Nashville, you had California, you had New York. Of all the places, why Denver?
Believe it or not, I was going through some rough times in California, so I picked a spot on the map, and it said Colorado. And I remember, off of listening to basketball and sports and stuff, I remember hearing Denver. So I was like, oh, well, I'm going to go to Denver. 4 days later, I had packed up my whole house, my everything I had, put it in my car, and left with $120 in my pocket, and got off in Denver West. And I was like, okay, I'm in Denver. Now what? I had no idea what to do or anything. I just came out here and started new.
And Taz, are you from here?
I'm actually originally from North Carolina.
Okay. And so how did you get out this way?
Actually, I moved out here with my parents. I've been out here most of my life. So I still say I'm from North Carolina because I still have the accent. But I've been out in Denver for over half of my life. So, my parents moved out here. I don't know why. But it was a long time ago, and I haven't asked them.
Okay. I guess something people don't realize is sometimes you're playing songs over and over and over again, and you're working on your stage presence, and you're working on all these elements of performing. How do you keep it fresh each night that you come out?
When you go out there, you always have a lot of music to play, but anytime you go out on stage, there's a different energy. There's different people. The band might be feeling different. So, you go and you just make it, you make it the most energetic show that you can. I don't like to go out there and just because I'm feeling bad, try and make the show suffer. I've been where I've been in pain, and still you think I'm smiling and having the best time of my life. But being a professional, people don't need to see your pain. They don't need to see all the other stuff going on. They just need to see the party, how fun it is, and each time that they come out, they don't know what they're going to get. They know they're going to get a good show, but they don't know how you're going to do it, what songs are going to come first. If their song came on, they just don't know. So it's good to keep people coming back and forth because they don't know what to expect.
Okay. And what I've noticed, every time I bring your name up, everybody says, "Oh, Moses Jones is the top." And I sometimes think about like Muhammad Ali, like he would say, "Oh, I'm so pretty," and then you go out and beat the guy up, and then you know why he was the best. So I'm going to figure out, like, what have you done to make these musicians? They don't even question it. They say, "Yeah, Moses is the best."
Well, because I go out there and I put a lot of drive, a lot of fortitude, and with what I do a lot of booking, marketing, and became a stable in the music business out here in Denver. I work with a lot of national artists as well as local artists, developing them, booking them, and really showing them a show aspect of music and not just being a regular band. So a lot of people see what I do. A lot of people respect what I do. So when it comes down for me asking for someone to help me out on an album or to put them in my group, they know that I'm going to get them work. And they know that they're going to be happy. They know that they don't have to worry about being in a dive bar. They can have fun gigs, festivals, parties, weddings, whatever it is, and really develop their music career in a way that's going to take off and not just stay stagnant.
Now, your upcoming release CD is called Legend, and it features on I guess the song Legend, Gary Moore.
Yeah, Legendary. The CD's called Legendary.
Okay.
And yeah, Gary's been with me for about 4 years. I met Gary about 4 years ago. I was putting together a band called the After Hours Crew, and he came in, and this guy is huge. He's 6'8", really big guy. And I'm like, okay. And he started singing. I'm like, okay, I like his voice, but it just wasn't strong. So over the years, it just kind of told him what I thought, and he's really came into his own, became a great artist, and he knew a good friend of ours, a bass player, who was actually on Legendary when we first started. He's 25 years old, and he actually died of an aneurysm. So we dedicated Legendary to him, and it's pretty much just talking about, what did you do today to become legendary? If I ask people about, what you did, what am I going to hear? Did you make an impact on people? What was special about you? So it's pretty much asking questions and really making it personable to each individual.
Mm-hmm. Now, of course, people wonder, like, how do you know well, and this is probably easy for you, but for people that are outside of the music business that may be listening to the show, when you pick a musician like Taz to do what he does, or a singer or any of these other musicians, what are you looking for in this person? As you mentioned, Gary Moore came in and you said, "Well, there's something I can work with here." What do you look for when you're picking out musicians and singers to work on your show or CD?
Well, my biggest thing is personality. I mean, I have to be able to work with the person, be able to get along with the person. Because when you get along with the person, you can usually, work together and not have a lot of problems. There's great players out there that are hard to work with. Just because they're great doesn't mean that they're the best fit for you. So I find that musicians not only do they have a great personality and are friendly, but are great musicians, who can sing, play music at the best of their ability. And then I try to go there and help them out and make it even better. If there's anything I can do to help them out, they know I'm going to be there for them.
Okay. And now I could probably ask Taz as well as you this, and you answered this a little bit. Through your music, what are you trying to say to the public at large? What are you trying to project? And we'll start with Taz first, and then we'll go to you, Moses.
Okay.
Basically, what I try to project are great things. I kind of write feel-good music. I like to write love-making music, but what I wrote on Legendary is feel-good music. Like the military song that we did it's basically, since I was in the military, I know how people think when they're away from home. So I kind of based it on, like I said, life experience and just feel good. Try to make people feel better about different situations. Put them in a place where I go when I listen to good music.
Okay. Now you, Moses Jones.
Okay, what was the question? I'm sorry.
Okay. When you're developing like the song, what are you trying to share with your audience? What kind of experience are you trying to share with them and get across to them?
Okay, first of all, when I write music, I write a groove that I start off with my grooves. The piano, bass, drums. That kind of gets it going. Is it going to be a sad song? Is it going to be a love song? Is it going to be a party song? And once you start going over a song, and you're like, man, it feels good, and it sticks with you. It's a song that you can probably work with. And then for as far as the vocals and the message between the songs, I think every song should have a message. So it just depends on what kind of groove it is, what you're feeling at the moment, what's going to actually create the character of the song. So I can't say for each individual song, or if there's a certain feeling that I would have for each song, because it's going to change from song to song.
Okay. Now the songs that you brought for me to listen to and play the show, what songs are those?
So I brought Funky Cruise. It's featuring Tan right here on vocals. It's a good song. It's a song pretty much where you listen to it and it automatically takes you to where like you're in your car cruising down the freeway. You got your honey in the car and it's just a good day. everything is flowing through. You can't wait to get home and spend time with your wife or a girlfriend or whoever it may be. So it's a real fun song. Has a full 6-piece horn section in it. And I think people's really going to enjoy it.
Okay. And then is there another song?
Yeah. We got I Brought Legendary.
Okay.
The title track of the song, which I told you a little bit earlier, is dedicated to the bass player. Yeah. Just pretty much letting you know what it takes to be legendary. What did you do today to be legendary?
Got it.
I also brought, this song came as a joke. I got on my keyboard and I found like the most distorted, nasty sounding guitar I could find, and put a beat on and just started playing some stupid notes together, right? And all of a sudden I'm like, wow, that sounds pretty funky, but it sounds pretty cool. So we went through and added piano and stuff, and it turned into a bluesy rock type song. So it's called I'm Out of My Mind, featuring Vanessa Simmons. She was actually in my old version of Moses Jones Band, and she's in New York now with her new band called The Domino Struggle. But she came out here, and she has it's about a guy and stuff who has everything, has the money, can buy anything he wants, and she's over here trying to figure out, well, what can I do? I'm going out of my mind trying to figure out what I'm going to do something for you. So for her, when she wrote this song, she came out and recorded the song on a Thursday, and it was actually her boyfriend's birthday. So she told him that, she came out to record a song on his birthday and to make it special because, that's something you can't buy with money. And then she's going to bring him out here on May 23rd and perform it for him. So, it's a song that was a real cool vibe. I think women will really enjoy it. I think everybody will like the groove, but it's a message more. I think the women's going to take off on it.
Okay. Now let's talk about the CD release party that's coming up. Tell us how this came about and where it's going to be and what are some of the plans for the CD release party?
Well, CD release party. I've been wanting to release my CD for a couple of years, but I just never had enough time to get it done. So this year, starting in like December, I'm going to put out my new CD. I'm going to put it out on my birthday. It's my 30th birthday party as well. And so I've been working real hard over the last 6 months, just trying to finish it up, make sure it was what I wanted it to be. And it's turned out really good. So we're going to be at the Walnut Room on May 23rd. The first show starts at 7:30 and goes till 8:30. And the second show goes from 10 to 11:30. Each show is going to have an 18-piece band with 2 people special guests. So it'll be 2-person special guests, so altogether 20 people. On stage, I'll be catering my own event. I used to be a chef for a while, so I'm doing a full down-home Southern fried chicken meal, as well as a full barbecue meal. So if you check our Facebook out at MosesJonesFanpage.com, you'll be able to see what it includes. It comes with desserts and everything. So it's going to be a great party and a fun time.
Now, you probably have a lot of help with you because, I can see with you have the cooking apron on, and you throw it aside and you say, okay, let me grab the instrument. So you got a crew of people helping you with all this?
Yeah, I actually put a crew together. It's probably about 6 people who really believe in what I do and have been supporters of me over the years. And my mom's actually coming out. This will be her first time coming out here since I've been out here in Denver with my little brother, and they're going to come out to the show and support me. And she's going to help me cook because my mom, she was a great cook and a great baker. So, it's going to be great food, and I have support from a lot of friends and everything.
Okay. Now, we want people to know how to get a hold of you. You mentioned the website, but we want to mention it again. How can people learn more about you and your music?
Check out MosesJones.net. That's our website. You'll be able to see things about my Mr. Jan and Smooth Expressions band, my original project, my Mash Masters, and everything else that you can think of about me. You can also find us on Facebook /Moses Jones fan page, and same thing with Twitter. We're all over YouTube. Just type in Moses Jones, and you should be able to find a couple videos of me, and there'll be a lot more coming.
Okay. And so I can write your name right, Taz. How do you spell your name?
TANN. It's Tan. It's Tango Alpha November.
Okay. And could you both of you do like the drop at the end?
This is Moses Jones, and you're listening to the Top 30 Independent Countdown with Johnnie J on KGNU.
This is Mr. 10, and you're listening to the Top 30 Independent Countdown with Johnnie J on KGNU.